Nigerians are just so talented when it comes to sports. A lot of artistic football there. Good one. Welcome you on 360 Sports. I am Adeni Chishafe. Well, this evening we'll be looking at some stories trending in the world of sports. As usual, I have Olawale Peters with me. Good to have you.
Good evening, Adeni. It's a pleasure to be back to studio.
Good one. Now we'll be starting from grassroots level, but this time around, under the 16 teams that will be playing the under 17, the 5th edition of National Under 17 Stephen Keshi is a memorial competition in honor of late Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi. May so continue to rest in perfect peace. But this competition is really is gathering momentum. This is the 5th edition and is really making a lot of clubs across Nigeria to register and be ready to participate. We have 16 teams that will be playing in this year's edition. Let's look at those teams. We have IB Sports Dream of Abuja, Godi Driven Academy, Abeokuta, Mighty Wonders of Delta, Jazz Sisters of Jers, Bender Insurance Feeders, we have Rockers of Edo, Oza, Progressive of Edo, and Dallas Sport Academy in Delta, Worshipper FC Edo, Elite Star Edo, and you have Dynamo Academical of Edo, Ogbomo FC, Divine FC, Genesis FC, Excellent FC, and also MLM United of Delta. Those are the 16 teams that will be slugging out in the National Under 17 Stephen Keshi Memorial Competition, where under 17 teams, 16 clubs will be facing one another.
Yeah, a good development, but I think the organizer, they still have a lot of work to do in the sense that we shouldn't be having the competition being dominated by Edo teams. We have 7 teams from the 16 teams from Edo, and we have about 3 also from Delta. So that means both Edo and Delta
have like 10.
Like 10 from the 16, only 6 from outside the zone. So that shows that
one from Abuja, IB Sports.
Yes, and
we have one from
Abeokuta, Benden Insurance also. So it should have a national outreach where everybody will be competing, and from there we'll be able to pick. In fact, instead of calling it under 17, it should have been under 15. Why so? So that it will give them the ample time to go to the golden eaglets of the real under 17. If you call them under 17 now, by the time we are looking for players to take for under 17, they're already over age. So there's no how they can really fit that purpose. So instead of under 17, it will be under 15, so that we can still groom them like the one we had currently at Okene also.
The La Liga under 15.
The La Liga under 15. So we have La Liga under 15. We have this also under 15.
Easily we can match them.
We can match them together and pick the best 11 that will represent the country. Instead of doing it under 17, then they should reach out to other clubs also outside their zone, so that we will have a national outreach. Let's see clubs from Benin Kebbi, let's see from Sokoto, Maiduguri, from Port Harcourt, from Ibadan, from Lagos, from Abia.
Making it national.
Making it national instead of the way it looks now. Good one, but it can be improved upon.
It can be improved upon because of the fact that this is Nigeria. Well, Stephen Keshi did well for Nigeria. He played as a player and he won the 1994 AFCON as a player and also as a coach in 2013. Good one for him. He so continue to rest in peace. He did well, and now that competition has been named after him. This is the 5th edition that will be coming up in Edo State, and 16 teams will be jostling for honors there. A team from Abuja is part of it, and we have other 15 teams joining in that particular competition. Grassroots football, one way or the other, has to develop in Nigeria. Now we leave that story quickly. We talk about Wafubi Championship. The semi-final will be coming up today. Nigeria versus Cote d'Ivoire. They call them Baby Elephant, and we have actually being called Flying Eagles. I'm very sure Flying Eagles will fly over Baby Elephant.
How can elephants fly?
At least we have to fly to meaning that we are going to beat them.
We're going to beat them. So they are elephants, but we are the flying eagles. So we're going to fly higher. So a very good one. The boys have been doing very well, sincerely, and I'm so happy what they did to Ghana. Yes.
By beating them
2-0. And that shows that what the senior ones fail or cannot do, they are able to do that one. Then also their match against Burkina Faso also, it was a very interesting one, even though it ended 2-2, making us to top the group. So we're going to play Cote d'Ivoire, who came second in their own group. And whoever wins will now play in the final. Not only playing in the final, will now qualify to play in Egypt next year for the AFCON under 20. So a lot is at stake now. We are not there yet. because if you are out from this semi-final, it's like all effort has been wasted. So I'm so confident about the boys that will win our match, so that we'll be playing in the final and get our qualification to play in Egypt next year, which will also make us to qualify for the World Cup coming up also. So I think it's a very good one. The boys have been doing very well. And if you look at the team, there's something I like so much about the team. When you see a team that are dedicated, committed, and hungry for success, you see the way they play. The way they played as a team. There's no individual glory. I've not seen any style of selfishness in any of the players since they started the competition. Massive defense, massive attack. They're always covering for their loopholes. A very good one. Let them continue like this. I'm very sure we'll have something to celebrate at the end of the match.
The main thing right now is that if we are able to beat the baby elephants tonight, or today rather, we will be qualifying for over there talking about the under-20 AFCON. But the good thing is despite the short time, I'm so impressed with the fact that the boys are dedicated. It's not about, I'm not looking at maybe coaches or whatever. The player themselves, they have a lot to do. Whenever you are picked for a competition, it has to do, the whole bulk of performance rests on the hand or the leg of the players. Because you look at let's just take a scenario, Super Eagles. Super Eagles, they know what was at stake before we play against Ghana. But at least did not occur to them. Maybe, let me use that word, or they didn't take it too serious, or they believe that, okay, we can't do it without taking it with their heart. Look at these boys, with the way they are going right now. Hopefully, if they transform the way they play against Ghana, Burkina Faso, against Cote d'Ivoire, it means they can actually do it.
Okay, the case of Super Eagles is like the case of someone that have eaten already, and your stomach is already filled up, and they're asking you to come and eat again. Nothing. What am I saying is most of them, they believe or they thought they've already made names for themselves. So they don't have anything at stake. Kelechi here, Nacho, everybody knows him. Dennis, everybody knows him. Osime, everybody knows him. It's like everybody knows all of them. So they don't have that hunger for success in them again.
They will only know, they will know it when World Cup starts.
That is when they will feel it more. And they will only feel it if they really have the interest of this country at heart. Because if they didn't go to play for Nigeria, they can go there, they have the money to go and watch the match. So that is the truth. So the question now is that, are they really loyal and dedicated to this country? Because wearing Nigerian jersey, when I was in secondary school, it's one of my dreams that I'll play for this
Nigeria.
Country. Because you can't imagine yourself standing in front of the TV singing the national anthem. And everybody watching you and praying. That one alone, it's not something that they should even be paying you for. It's something that you should be proud of. Look at in Europe. Most players, they will come out of retirement to come and play for their country. So that is it. And that's the difference between the Super Eagles and the Flying Eagles that we saw. They are committed and they are dedicated. And they are very, very disciplined. And they are hungry for that success. In fact, if you have featured the players against the Ghanaian teams in Abuja here, probably the situation will not be the same. That is the truth. That is why we are clamoring for home-based players, people that they really know what it takes. So that is why you see them doing what they are really doing right now. So it's a very good one for them. I hope that when they get to where the Super Eagles are now, the same spirit will not enter them. They should continue like this. So I have no fear that our match tonight against
Cote d'Ivoire,
the small elephant, baby elephant. I have no fear. How can Flying Eagles be scared of baby elephant? Elephant, there is even a baby. No, that's not an issue. We are winning the match, and we are playing in the final, and we are qualifying for the Egypt 2023.
Hopefully that will be done, and the players will actually answer with their feet concerning that particular story that we just took here. Nigeria versus Cote d'Ivoire, Flying Eagles under-20 semi-final taking place over there in Niger Republic in the Waffle B competition. Now we look at a game that will be coming up in the EPL tonight. Southampton, Liverpool. That's a game that a lot of people are looking at because right now pressure is there. Liverpool needs to win this game also to put pressure on Manchester City and see if they can also close the gap. But from the way it is, St. Mary's might just be a place that Liverpool needs to be very careful they have to be very careful. But I see them winning, kind of.
Okay, and honestly, the Liverpool team, the squad that we have currently now, they can beat and banish
Anyone.
anything. That's the truth. They are a team that they've not played 0-0 this season. All their matches that they've played this season, they've been scoring, and they will not stop scoring. Because if you look at their front, the squad they have in front, you can't have the like of Mane, Salah, Firmino too is back. You have Diaz, you have
Alcantara.
They can't do without scoring. So will St. Mary be able to hold them? Sincerely, I doubt that one. And also, I don't think the pressure is on Liverpool. The pressure now is more on Manchester City. Why do I say so? 90% Liverpool will win their match tonight against Southampton. So that will reduce the gap from 4 points to 1 point. So it now leave them to the last match. And the last match will now be between Manchester City and Aston Villa. And you know the coach of Aston Villa? Liverpool legend, Steven Gerrard. He will prefer and do everything possible at least to get a draw, because what Aston Villa needs to do in their last match is to draw against Liverpool, and Liverpool to win their match.
Now,
that's the end of it. And if you look at it right now, Liverpool, they are 86 points, and they've played 36 matches. So that means they are playing their 37th match tonight. If they win it, it will take them to 89.
A point
Between them and Man City, taking them to the last day of the Premier League on Sunday, in which Manchester City will be playing against Aston Villa. Aston Villa, they will go there to play a spoiler. That is the truth.
I mean, the fact that it's going to be Gerrard.
It's going to be and this is very, very interesting, because that's why we do normally say that Premier League is the best league in the world. The last time we saw something like this was about 7 or 8 years ago, when Manuel Pellegrini won the Man City trophy for them. And that's what gave them, that's why the name Noisy Neighbor came from Alex Ferguson. Then when Sergio Aguero scored the 9-minute goal against QPR. So probably we're going to have the same situation on Sunday.
Now, taking it about what you just said, if Liverpool should win against Southampton tonight, they close the gap to just a point behind Manchester City, who will be having 90, they'll be having 89. And the last game is very dicey, because if Man City, Liverpool will be praying that Man City should falter, should lose, so that they can upstake them. Meanwhile, Man City will also be looking at, okay, we need to win this game.
It's prayer point this time around.
And if Liverpool wins and Man City wins, it ends with just a point.
Yes.
Right?
Very competitive.
And if Liverpool wins and Man City loses, then they win.
Honestly, I don't see Man City losing the match. Sincerely, the best that Aston Villa can get from there is a draw. And if they are getting that draw, oh my goodness,
it'll be tough.
It's going to be very.
But I'm sure Man City will do everything possible to win that game.
Well, the good thing about the Manchester City team is that they have 10 players. No, let me even say 11, because their goalkeeper also, we've seen many assists that he has done in the course of the game. So they have a squad that anybody from anywhere can score.
And that's one thing I love about Manchester City.
So the goal can come from anywhere.
Any
so
player.
Not that you're going to pinpoint
hold this person down.
Hold this person down, or hold another person down. If Silva is not going, Fernandinho can score. Fernandinho can score. Sterling can score. Jesus can score. Cancelo can score. Rodrigo can score. Anybody can come from anywhere. So that would be a cool task when you are playing with such a team that anybody can score at any time. And when it comes to possession, Manchester City, they've won the most possession in the Premier League this season. Also, touches in the box 18.
And goals.
Touches in box 18, they've won it. Goals, they've won it. So they have everything working for them. But the coach, Pep Guardiola, he should not make the mistake that he normally makes when it matters most. With what? With its selection and pattern of play. You should just go out there to win the match and put in your best 11. Not your best 11 as at yesterday or the day before yesterday. Your best 11 as at that moment that you want to play. And look at your opponents. What are they good at? They are good at defending. So that means you need people that can break in. Or what are they poor at? Or they are not good when it comes to set pieces. So that means you should make use of your corner kick, of your set pieces very, very well.
And pace.
No, Man City, they have that one. They are very good when it comes to counter-attack. They know how to deal with that one. So I think you should just watch that, do that. I think, let's see what will happen. But it's going to be very, very interesting to see what will happen on Sunday.
Now, from the way it is right now, I'm looking at the quadruple that they are running after, the 1-2 years. This might not just come, except if Manchester City actually go complacent against Aston Villa. But from the way I see it, they are pursuing 4. They've gotten 2, but the third one now might just slip out of their hand before the final one, talking about the UEFA Champions League.
Okay, yeah, the third one may slip out of their hand because it's not in their hand this time around.
At all, it's with Man City, except if Man City decide to drop it for
No,
them.
it's even with Aston Villa. Because it's not with Man City, because Man City are not ready to drop it. They want to win.
They want to, yes. So Aston Villa
is the only one that can determine, so it is not in their hands. But the Champions League final against Real Madrid is in their hands because they need to play to win. But the Premier League, they are not, even if they win their next 2 matches and Manchester City win against Aston Villa, that's the end. So it is not in their own hand, it is the hand of Aston Villa. So their prayer point should be going towards Aston Villa.
Now, let me take you on this before we go to the next story. A lot of people are looking at, yes, Madrid fans, Madrid stars as they call them, they are there waiting and hoping that they will win it. Meanwhile, Liverpool fans are also saying, okay, you've done it against us before. This time around, we are coming as a revenge to at least get our own pound of flesh against Real Madrid. And this game is really interesting because both teams, they have a lot of things to actually, a lot of scores to settle when it comes to Liverpool, Real. Now, it's edging close each day, each second, each minute. And before I'm looking at what's going to happen, Benzema, Salah, Mane, and you look at the entire squad, the 2 coaches. This time around, it's not Guardiola. Jurgen Klopp, very, very technical know-how coach. And you have Ancelotti, very calm, experienced. So where do you, let's begin to look at the analysis little by little before the final day.
Okay, to be honest, I see Liverpool winning the match. So why do I say so? Both teams, when it comes to goal scoring, they are very, 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 very good. When it comes to goal scoring, they are very good. And Real Madrid, they can score 4 or 5 goals. Liverpool,
they can also score goals.
But when it comes to defending the goals, Liverpool, they have an edge over Real Madrid. So that is where the issue lies. It lies on how you can defend your goal. But Liverpool, they have that. Sincerely, they have that.
I saw that against Manchester City.
I saw that against Manchester City. Do you understand? And we've seen it in a lot of games also that they've played this season. So they know how to marshal their defense very, very well. And that is something that Real Madrid, they are lacking. So Liverpool will do what? They will want to make use of their lapses and counter it for them. So that's why I said I see it going more to Liverpool. Then Liverpool also, sincerely, this season is their best season so far. They are fighting.
In recent times.
They are fighting all battles. They are in all fronts. And all their players, they are at their peak. All their players. There's no left over. Imagine, even I still wonder how Jurgen Klopp normally make his selection. Because when you have a squad of about 18 players and you have to pick 10 players, minus the goalkeeper, and you look at all of them, they are very, very, very good. So how are you going to do that? So he has done a very good work, a fantastic job. So I see Liverpool, that Champions League, I see them winning. But for the Premier League, it is not in their hand. It's in the hands of Aston Villa. But it's football. Anything can still happen. Whoever believed yesterday that
Newcastle
will dealt with Arsenal. And Arsenal, they have no Arsenal again in their Arsenal.
In their cupboard. But really, seriously, with all due respect to Arsenal fans out there, I know they have a lot of fans in Nigeria, especially the ladies. But really, to be candid, I was expecting Arsenal to win the game because I know they really need it. They needed it more, one way or the other, just to at least see.
It shows that you don't know Arsenal. If you know Arsenal, you know that when you are expecting them to perform,
they actually disappoint you.
So, real Arsenal fan, they are not expecting them to win yesterday's match. Sincerely, a real Arsenal fan, they will know that Arsenal, it's when you are expecting them to do something fantastic, they will not remind you that, don't forget now,
we are Arsenal
now. So that's what will happen.
We've been talking concerning EPL match coming up between Liverpool and also Southampton. But that actually took us to talking about the UEFA Champions League, where Real will be facing Liverpool in the finals, and also, well, for the EPL title is between Liverpool and Manchester City. Man City will be facing Aston Villa, or Aston Villa hold them down, or Man City would not actually allow that. They will bulldoze their way to the end to scoop this particular EPL as one of their trophy. Well, the quadruple may not just work out the way Liverpool are aiming at. They have actually gotten 2, but they are aiming at 4. Well, now news came out that a particular player, rather a coach that has been with Roma, AS Roma, the one they call Special One, Jose Mourinho, Newcastle United, they could move for him despite recent success coming from Eddie Howe of Newcastle. But from the way it is, will he move? Because he has been having one way or the other, even though it might not be the best, but for now, Mourinho with Roma seems to be going well. So I don't know if the gesture from the picture is actually making me to laugh. But really, will he be moving to join Newcastle United?
Okay, and Mourinho is someone that likes to be in the press. He likes to be in the news. He likes people to talk about him all the time. That's the truth.
Mourinho is like Ronaldo.
He's like Ronaldo. So that's why both of them, they couldn't manage themselves when they are in Real Madrid together. That's number one. Then for Hedi also, he has done a very good job. But with the new investors, with the amount of money available, sincerely, I don't think Hedi will be the one that will take them to the promised land.
He can only do the work.
Manage, and that is not what they need now. Next season is when they need established players to come to Newcastle to start afresh. And you can't have a Mourinho as a coach and Eddie as a coach, and Mourinho called you and said, "Oh, come and play for me. I have a future for you. I have a plan for you."
You will
Definitely,
pack your bags.
You will gladly take it. That's the truth. And Mourinho may leave Roma if he wins the Conference League trophy.
It's true.
Because after
At
that,
least that will be a record also.
After that, I spent only 1 year there, and
I want something.
And Mourinho is a businessman. Take it or leave it. He's the only coach in the world that have collected over £85 million for being sacked from different clubs.
What a way to go.
£85 million he has collected from being sacked from Tottenham, from Chelsea, from Madrid, Man United. He's collecting the money. So definitely I see him a perfect fit in Newcastle, and the British press also, they like him.
They will, anytime he comes around,
he will always come and give them something to talk about. So I think it would be very good if you have him in Newcastle, so that by next season, Newcastle would know that they have something to fight for. Top 4, they'll fight for it. FA Cup, they'll fight for it. Carling Cup, they'll fight for it. Premier League, they can try, but it will be too early or too close to call. But having a coach like Jose Mourinho will attract a lot of stars to the team in the build-up of. That's how Manchester City. That's how they started also.
Of course.
So you need that established coach to do the job for them. So to me, I think it would be a welcome development. But if Mourinho wins the Conference League, take it
actually move.
He may actually move.
Because he knows what's at stake.
If the money is right.
He's moving to Newcastle to also create controversial statement and issue. Although he's reducing his antics and all that. But really, Mourinho is still Mourinho. If he moves to EPL with Newcastle, a lot of things will actually happen.
You'll see the new Mourinho when he gets to Newcastle.
Good one. Now, before we go, the last story, let's talk about the man called Lewandowski. Well, news have been coming that he could be joining Barcelona, but right now the Blues, Chelsea, could join Barcelona in the race for Robert Lewandowski, the man that has really done well when it comes to scoring goals for Bayern Munich. But from the way it is, will he be joining Chelsea or Barcelona? I think that Barcelona is actually having an edge, but anything can happen, you can't say.
Well, I think Barcelona, they have an edge, sincerely, to be a more perfect fit for Barcelona because of the way they are building their teams. And what they just need is an established striker like Lewandowski. They do the work, give him the ball,
just bang it
the goals. So that's what they just need, and that will also make the competition between them and Real Madrid next season also to be more
competitive.
So I see him going to the chances of him going to Barcelona is more than going. Chelsea have a lot of issues that they still need to settle.
They need to settle a lot of issues now. But for Lewandowski, he could be moving to Nou Camp, and if not, he could be joining them at Stamford Bridge if everything goes well. We've been looking at different stories in the world of sport, giving you those details there. We want to appreciate you to watch, staying there to watch 360 Sport on Trust TV. Well, I want to appreciate your time too for at least joining us every time to talk sport. It's
a pleasure being here talking about sport, and especially our heartfelt condolence to the Arsenal fans or what happened to them yesterday.
Well, I just hope the Arsenal fans will not beat us one day. Well, that's a good one. I just have to go now. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.